James Franklin and Penn State's struggles to break through the upper echelons of college football continue to haunt the program. And the latest heartbreak against Notre Dame in the national semifinal only exacerbates the frustration. Penn State was on the brink of ending a long streak of losses to top 5 teams, having held a lead in the game and even possessing the ball in the final moments. But an interception by quarterback Drew Allar in the dying seconds dashed those hopes and kept the skid alive at 13 consecutive losses to top 5 opponents. The interception, a result of miscommunication and Allar's underthrow to wide receiver Omari Evans, was the turning point in a game that saw Penn State fail to execute offensively. Particularly in the passing game, the Nittany Lions, for the second time in the season, were unable to complete a pass to a wide receiver against a top team. And the lack of offensive playmakers on the outside remains a glaring issue for Franklin's squad. As Franklin admitted, the struggles against tight coverage from Notre Dame were significant, but it's hard to ignore the bigger picture. Penn State simply doesn't have the wide receivers to challenge top defenses consistently. While Franklin's teams have excelled in many areas, this recurring offensive issue against the nation's best has kept the program from breaking through. There's hope on the horizon, however, as Penn State looks to bolster its receiving core, particularly in the nil era where resources and recruiting have become crucial. Athletic Director Pat Kraft has indicated that Penn State will compete on equal footing with the top programs, like Ohio State, to attract the talent needed to elevate the team. For Franklin, this loss, one play away from a national title appearance, will sting deeply. But it's another chapter in his long and often frustrating tenure at Penn State. His record against top teams, especially Ohio State and Michigan, has been a point of criticism. And the streak continues to grow. The team has been competitive, but these close losses, many by a single score, are a reminder of the fine line between greatness and near greatness. Franklin's emotional reaction in the post-game press conference highlighted how much he cares about his players and the program. Despite the external pressure, he remains committed to developing his players both on and off the field, prioritizing the people over the transactional nature of modern college football. However, for Penn State to truly break through and compete with the top-tier programs, significant strides need to be made, particularly in terms of talent acquisition and execution in the passing game. The coming offseason will be crucial for Franklin and Penn State as they look to address their offensive weaknesses, particularly at wide receiver. Whether or not the Nittany Lions can overcome their long-standing struggles will likely depend on their ability to land the necessary talent and make those crucial plays when it matters most. The next chapter of Franklin's tenure will be defined by whether or not he can finally get over the hump and win those big games that have eluded him for so long.